Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sam. In today's video, we're going to be picking my TBR for February. I'm very excited to be here doing this again, although it feels a little strange because it is currently January 16th as I'm filming this. So at this point, I've only read about half of my TBR for the month, but I think I should be able to finish no problem. But we're not here to talk about January, we're here to talk about February. I don't want to ramble too much. I just want to jump into picking books. So let's give this a good shake. I'm going to be using my jar of prompts method as per usual. Although I did have some feelings of frustration and defeat earlier this month, I have a renewed motivation and excitement to pick my TBR prompts. I think this is just so fun. It was just this one book and now I'm just having a blast. So as usual, we're going to be picking 6 prompts. Prompt number 1 is a book about books. Do I have anything? Book Thief, The Midnight Library. I think I'm going to veto this. I'm going to put it back in for another month. Nothing's calling to me, and I just really want to be excited about the books that I'm reading this year. So we're going to pick again and hopefully get that prompt later this year. A book gifted to you. Well, this is perfect. If you just watched my last video, I shared my Christmas book haul. But what one do I want to do? Do I want to do Powerless, the Ravenhood trilogy, One Dark Window, Godslayer? Every single one of them starts a new series. I'm kind of leaning towards Powerless or Godslayer because they're currently only one book out. Let me go grab one. I think I'm going to pick Powerless by Lauren Roberts for this prompt with it in mind that February is Valentine's Day and this is a fantasy romance. I'm going to pick the one with romance, so I'm going to go with Powerless. I'm very, very excited to read this one. It's pretty long, 502 pages, and the font is pretty small, so starting off with a bang. Prompt number 2. Has an animal on the cover. I could also do Flock and Godslayer for this one. Perfect. This has a snake and some birds on it, and I really have to prioritize reading this one. This is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Chalice of the Gods by Rick Riordan. This is a new little fun trilogy of our 3 main characters. It's very short, middle grade book. It'll be very easy to get through, and I have been wanting to read this for months. I don't even remember when this came out, but I just have been focused on other books every time. So this is one that we're picking. I'm finally going to get through it, and I'm finally going to be able to listen to my podcast. Very excited about this TBR so far. Really glad I vetoed that first prompt. Prompt number 3 is an award-winning book. Okay, this has taken me way too long to look for, and I'm just going to go with my gut. I'm going to pick Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. It says that this is a #1 worldwide bestseller. Dan Brown is the New York Times bestselling author, so I don't know how much this one counts, but this is the one that's really calling to me, and I'm just going to go with it because this has taken me way too long to find this book. But I do want to continue working through a series, so I'm going to pick this one. This is actually the first book in the Robert Langdon series, but I read the Da Vinci Code already, so we're going to jump back a little bit, read this one, and be back on track with this series. Prompt number 4. Less than 300 pages. This is just over 300 pages. God Killer is less than 300 pages, but let's see if we have something else. For this prompt, I'm going to pick Pucking Ever After, Volume 1 by Emily Rath. This is the next book in the Jacksonville Rays series. This is only 138 pages, and it's just a fun why choose hockey romance. This is really taken a lot of research to try and pick all these books. Prompt number 5. On Vacation. Okay. For this book, I'm going to pick Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I have just been waiting to read this one, and I don't know why. I think this is more of a summary romance, friends to lovers. This cover is absolutely stunning. But for me, when I'm on vacation, I like to read like fun little romance books. I think I'm going to get through this really quickly. It's like 400 pages, but the font is ginormous, and I've heard such good things about this book. Also, it says that they devour books, so maybe this would have been a book about books, but either way, I'm going to pick this one. I'm very, very excited to finally get this on a TBR and read it. This book also just feels really nice. It's very floppy, but like it's a good feeling book. Okay, for our last prompt, picked by a celebrity book club. I feel like a lot of people have been reading Tom Lake or talking about Tom Lake. I still don't really know what it's about, but it just... Oh, is this a sign to read The Nightingale? Okay, I'm going to pick Anatomy by Dana Schwartz. I've been very intrigued to read this for a while, and I get it from my library. Apparently, it's a medical student in 19th century Scotland. So Hazel Sinnott is a medical student in 19th century Scotland who, after being kicked out because of her gender, works with new attractive acquaintance Jack Currer to procure dead bodies to study, but they soon discover secrets buried in the heart of Edinburgh society. How fun. Okay, this was probably the most time-consuming TBR pick yet. I had to do a lot of research for a lot of these books, but this is my TBR for the month of February. So we have Powerless for a book that was gifted to you, Chalice of the Gods for a book with an animal on the cover, Angels and Demons for a book that has won awards, Love in Other Words for On Vacation, Anatomy for a celebrity book club book, and Pucking Ever After Volume 1 for a book that's less than 200 pages. I definitely have some chunky books in here, but I also have, I don't know, half of these books are really short. So I think that February, being a shorter month, will be a really good reading month. I'll be able to fly through a bunch of these books. And you know what? I'm really excited about February's TBR. I think it's going to be a fun one. Working through some series that I'm currently in the middle of, reading some books that have been on my TBR for a long time, or just very anticipated reads. 2024 is starting off amazing for reading for me, and I hope your 2024 reading is starting off amazing for you as well. Let me know down below some of the books that you're excited to read in the month of February, whether you pick a TBR or are mood reading. Let me know. I would love to chat with you. I really hope that you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.